Hey people, how's it going? Welcome to another video. Welcome to the 5-question vinyl tag. This one is created by me. I was just looking at my vinyl shelf like I do quite often, and I was just wondering, there must be something in here that I can talk about, and I just came up with 5 simple questions for me to ask myself and to answer in front of you. So please, if you're watching and you have a vinyl related channel, whether it's heavy metal, whether it's funk, whether it's pop, jazz, soul, whatever, please jump on board and respond. It's only 5 questions. They're not hard. You don't have to, come up with anything hard. It's just another way for us to show what's on our shelves and talk about albums we love and maybe albums we, don't talk about enough. So we've got 5 questions, and they are: we must show our oldest album in the collection. Now, what we mean by that is literally the OGs, the first pressings. What is the, not the one you've had the longest, but the legit oldest one, okay? And the second question is the newest album. So, what album did you buy that had recently just come out brand new off the shelf? The third question is the first vinyl that you bought, or if you're like me, you can't really remember. So the first vinyl you remember buying. And then the fourth question is the most recent album that you bought. So that one could be anything. It can be old, it can be new, just the most recent one that's been put into the racking. And then the fifth and last one is an album that you love that doesn't get played enough. For those people who have, walls upon walls of albums, I'm sure there's always that one in there that just always gets forgotten about, but deep down that you love it. So yeah, without further ado, sit back and let's just discuss some albums, yeah? Let's see what we've got coming. So yeah, question 1, what is your oldest album? Now, this one isn't technically mine, obviously, because when I left home, I took a bunch of my mum's LPs. I asked Dad, can I take some of yours? He goes, nope, you can get those after I'm dead. So Mum was thankful enough to give me some of hers. And the oldest one, well, out of what she gave me, the oldest one that I've got sitting on my shelf is David Bowie's Hunky Dory from 1971. I'll admit, this is definitely an album that really does not get played very often. I call myself a Bowie fan, but I'm not like, a Bowie expert. We've got this one, we've got all the populars. We've got Aladdin Sane, we've got Scary Monsters, we've got Let's Dance, we've got, what's that blue one? Images? Is it called Images? Yeah. So like, I'm not the most clued on Bowie fan, but like, what's on this album? Let's have a look. I haven't played this in a very long time. I remember playing it when I first discovered Bowie and seeing that Mum had a bunch of old Bowie stuff. So it was like, all right, cool. But yeah, I wish I could talk more about the songs on this album. Maybe I should have listened to the album before doing the video. But at the same time, it's just, it just shows you this is what I've got. Changes is on here, apparently. Track 1 is Changes. If that's the Changes, Changes. I actually didn't realize that song was so old. Oh, You Pretty Things, followed by 8-line poem. Oh, Life on Mars. Life on Mars is on here. Forgive me for like not knowing the stuff. I genuinely thought Life on Mars was on Aladdin Sane. I know, I'm blowing people's mind. Quicksand, Fill Your Heart, song for Bob Dylan, Queen Bitch, the Bellway Brothers. Honestly, I wish I could talk more, but I know it's a fun album, and that's obviously why I took it from Ma. It's a bit, damaged. Well, I say damaged. It's just been through the works. So yeah, 1971 is my oldest album. So that's now this is now 52 years old, I assume. It's 16th of April. So I don't actually know when the release date of this was, but yeah, 52 years. Hunky Dory, David Bowie. I should have waited for another album to come out after the hype, but obviously being a heavy metal fan, if you saw my most recent video, you'll know that my newest album purchase, so like I say, this can't be a reissue, this has to be a brand new first pressing album, and that is Metallica's new album, 72 Seasons. Most of us in the heavy metal community have already gone out and bought this. Funny story, so I went and bought this after I did my review video, because I did it in the morning. I'd listened to the album on Spotify about 4 or 5 times, and I was like, yep, cool, I'm not one of those Metallica fans that will just go out and buy this straight away. If this was a Maiden album, I would have bought it without even thinking about it, but, it's a good album. So funny story. So I went to buy it, and all good, it was there on the shelf. I swiped, I picked it up and we walked out the shop, all good, paid for it. Very, very expensive, but that's neither here nor there. I then got home, I opened it up, And if you're familiar with how the album looks inside, you've got sleeves with the band's faces on it. Well, I got quite nervous because I saw that my 2 sleeves both had James's face on them. And I was like, what? So yeah, lo and behold, I took the vinyls out. I had 2 copies, I had 2 LPs inside of sides A and B. So I was like, well, goddamn, that's a bit annoying. So back in the car, back to the shop. The guy looked at me like I had 2 heads. I was like, I know, you sold it to me though. But luckily he just took it away and swapped it out for one that's actually got the right LPs in it. It's a great album. It's already been spun and it's actually really, really awesome. 72 Seasons, Shadows Follow, You Must Burn, Crown of Barbed Wire, Too Far Gone, Room of Mirrors. Honestly, aside from the singles, this is such a cool album. And I imagine that if there's any metalheads out there who are going to copy this little tag question thing, I'm sure this will be a lot of our most recent LP purchases. But yeah, that's my most recent one, Metallica's 72 Seasons. Now this third question, just remind you again, this is the first vinyl you bought or remember buying. I had to backtrack through my Instagram posts to see when I posted a photo of this album. I thought it was another album, but it turns out I actually got this one a few months before. And looking back, you could say it should have just been a triple LP vinyl, but instead it's a box set. So we're talking Nightwish's, got that glare, Nightwish's Decades. Yeah, I don't really know why this one's my first purchase. It just was. I saw, I'm a massive Nightwish fan, so when I saw that they were coming out with a compilation album back in when did this come out? Like 2018, 17, something like that. I jumped on it, I was like, awesome, and I think, I was working a lot, so I think I had a bit of money back then, and I bought this through Napalm or Nuclear, one or the other, and a triple LP would have been heaps. The fact that it's a box set, it cost a bit. I got it in gold as well, because why not? So, but yeah, I thought this album was, it's a great compilation. It's just a time machine of going back through Nightwish's catalog. The first song being The Greatest Show on Earth, so this is obviously before Human Nature, and you just go back in time. Elaine, Walden, Story Time, then you get into the Imaginarium songs, and then you get into Dark Passions, and then you get into Once, and then, what came before Once? Century Child, or You're Testing Me Now, Wishmaster, Oceanborn, and Angel Fall First. It's just a cool little, it's a great little compilation, and what's really awesome about this one, sorry, let me just get this bad boy open, is the little album booklet that comes with it. There's an awesome little forward there by Thomas, really, really great stuff. Just a booklet full of bunches of photos and, backstage pass type stuff, and then it goes on to show, just photos of the album covers. Really neat stuff. And like I say, it's a 3 LP, it's golden, so yeah, crack up that my first LP was like a greatest hits box set, but I loved it. And I still do. I play this every now and then. Not the whole thing. I just play certain sides when I'm in the mood for symphonic metal. But yeah, first album bought was Nightwish's Decades. Now the question 4 could, if you're doing it at the same time, could also tie in with question 2, newest album. This one is the most recent purchase. Now I just showed you 72 Seasons for my recent purchase, but I also bought something else at the same time that isn't brand new. So we're going to show that. You could say it's another box set, but at the same time, it's kind of not. It just comes in a box. And I know the Dream Theater fan base, a lot of you, like 90% of you, do not like this album. I'm in that small 10% where I absolutely adore this album. I think it's amazing. Obviously, we're talking about The Astonishing. Yeah, I bought this at a vinyl fair, like a vinyl market type thing. I went in with no expectations of finding anything related to something that I might actually listen to. There was 2 crates at the 1.5 crates of metal. You know what I mean? So I had a feeling that was going to be the case, but when I saw this, I saw the little spine. It's still got the price on it. I saw the top of this. I was like, what? What is that? And they also had Distance Over Time, but I was like, no, I don't need Distance Over Time. I much would rather get this. So yeah, Dream Theater's The Astonishing is my most recent purchase, and I cannot lie, I am chuffed to have this on LP. I saw it in a shop a good while ago. It was $300 back then. So to get it for what I got for, which was less than half of that pretty much, is just awesome. Yeah, I get why fans don't like it, but then at the same time, it's like, why don't you like it? It's like the epitome of Dream Theater. It's not as proggy. It's definitely a lot more, stadium storytell, but I just think it's fantastic. Honest to God. There's especially Act 1, Disc 1, it's two double LPs, and I think it's just honestly beautiful. I love the first half of the story, the melodies in it, the lyrics, the songs. It's just honestly so nice. Oh, Disc 2 as well is Disc 2 is good. To me, it doesn't come close to what's on Disc 1, because Disc 1 gives us all the moods and it gives us all the musical themes that, we assign characters with and stuff like that. So, but it's got a great finale. Yes, okay, I can hear you. It's Rush's 2112, just more extravagant about a story about a dystopian world where music doesn't exist anymore. But it's just that to a Dream Theater level, and I think it's amazing. And like I said before, I'm so happy to have this on vinyl in my collection for like a quarter of the price I saw in the shop. It's absolutely fantastic. I don't know where that guy got it or how he got it or whatever, but he was a fool to get rid of it. But hey, it's mine now, so yay. Dream Theaters, The Astonishing, my most recent purchase. And then this last one, question 5, it's just an awesome, fun one. A vinyl, an album that you love that just doesn't get played enough, And I looked at my shelf and I was like, there are a few here. I was very close to going with Iron Maiden's second album, Killers, I'll admit. I rank it quite high, Killers, but I do not play that album enough. But I was like, no, come on. Let's talk about something else other than Iron Maiden, just this once. And I've pulled out Ensiferum's fantastic album, Victory Songs. I bought this when I saw that it was getting re-released via Napalm. Oh, I saw it on Napalm. I know that they're not signed with Napalm, but I just saw it and I was like, oh my God, I need that. I was gonna go see Ensiferum live in Australia, and I bought like a VIP ticket thing, and it came with the opportunity to meet the band, and if you want to bring things to sign, you can do that. So I was like, awesome. So I bought 3 Ensiferum CDs because that was before this was vinylized, and so I bought the debut, I bought Victory Songs, and I bought Unsung Heroes. I love those 3, they're fantastic. So to finally get this on LP at whatever time it was great. Like I say, it's a fantastic album, and it's easily one of the best folk metal albums of all time. And unfortunately, I'm embarrassed to say that it doesn't get played, as much as it should. Sorry, I'm fiddling about so much. It's just, if you like folk metal, if you like that kind of thing, honestly, if you haven't heard Ensiferum and you haven't heard Victory Song, please go out and, I'd say go out and get it, but also just listen to it in any way you can. Ad Victorium is a fantastic little acoustic-y intro. It's almost symphonic, actually. Yeah, and then it goes straight into Blood is the Price of Glory. These song titles, man. Blood is the Price of Glory. Deathbringer from the Sky is fantastic. That's got this just awesome power chord intro with a high screech vocal after that, really great. Ati is fun. One More Magic Potion, I love the ending of that song, that final chorus part, so cool. Wanderer is fantastic, it's like the ballad of the album. Raised by the Sword is cool, I love the vocal melodies and that's so much fun. The New Dawn is just like a thrashy, aggressive metal song, but then the title track, the epic Victory Songs. 10 minutes of just war-infused folkness. It's just great. There's foreign languages in it. I love it so much. Ensiferum are one of the best folk metal bands ever. I ranked all of their albums. This is my number 1. It's no surprise. Ensiferum's Victory Songs is a fantastic album. Like I said, I'm embarrassed that it doesn't get played as much as it should. But yeah, honestly, if you haven't listened to this, please go do if you like folk metal. It's great fun. Cool. There we go, team. That was literally it. Just 5 cute little questions to talk about the albums we have, the albums we love, and some that need to get played more. So, please jump on board with this thing. If you've got a channel about albums, if you want to do it with CDs, I should have said, you can do it with CDs as well. It doesn't have to be it doesn't have to be vinyls. Just get get involved, and it's awesome. If you do it, let me know down below. Or if you don't want to do a video, just please comment down below and let me know what your oldest, newest, first, recent, and doesn't get played albums are. I'm very interested to see what people have and what people don't listen to enough. But yeah, Other than all that, team, thanks for hanging out with me while I show you some awesome albums down there. Hang out for another video. Christ knows when it'll be, who knows what it'll be, but until that happens, team, stay inside, stay safe, spin some albums, and I will listen to them, and I will see you all in the next video. See you later.